What is up, everybody? It's your boy, Mr. Matsu here. Today I'm going to be bringing you something a little different. So, as some of you may know, I am a huge proprietor of card games. I love all things card games. I play the fuck out of them. They're honestly just some of my favorite things to do whenever I have free time, or honestly, even when I don't. Recently, Jasco Games, the company behind UFS, has done a rebranding and it is now called Universes. Um, and their first license was actually My Hero Academia. So as you may be able to see right here, I have my Tenya Ida character card, and this is going to be the deck profile we're doing today. So I'm playing Ida under fire. Ida is a six-hander with 28 health that says R once per turn after an attack is played. It gets +3 or -3 speed. If it is your attack, your rival commits 1 foundation each time they play an enhance ability during its enhance step. And then R, after your rival plays an attack, you may play the first enhance ability during its enhance step. So, definitely a sick character. Without further ado, let's get into the attacks. First, we're going to be playing 3 instant explosive release, which this card says it's a 3 diff, 3 check, 3 high for 3 with a 3 mid block that says enhance, add this attack to your momentum after it resolves, only playable if your first attack this turn dealt damage, and then enhance if this attack deals damage, your next attack gets 2 damage. So basically we're a combo deck. We're playing around a card you'll see later on in the deck profile, and this card feeds momentum for that card, which it has an enhance that needs momentum, so we want to stack a lot of momentum. This card kind of helps us do that. It's really easy for us to stick the first attack because of Ida's 3 speed if we really need to. Also, our perfect lead-in for that attack, which we have coming up next, is Bakugo's Secret Rare, Nitro Explosion Ignition. It's a 4 diff, 3 check, 5 high for 4 with a 1 mid block. Fury range that says R card pool after a Fury attack leaves your card pool during the combat phase, add the top card of your deck to your momentum. And then enhance card pool, remove your attack gains powerful 2. So these two cards combined, when this card leaves my card pool, I get 2 momentum, 1 from ignition and 1 from itself going to momentum. So more momentum feed. This removing itself to clear our card pool by 1 is also really relevant in this deck, or it can be if we're trying to go aggressive. It's also good on defense because it does remove itself as cost, which is pretty cool. So if you block with it, you can just remove it afterwards if your opponent plays another attack, so that's sweet. Next attack, Recipro Extend. 4 of this card is crazy. It's a 4 diff, 3 check, 4 mid for 4. The 3 mid block charge kick that says E, your next kick attack this turn gets +2 speed, +2 damage, and then enhanced draw card. So at worst, this card replaces itself, and it gives 2/2 to our kill card, or 2/2 to like another copy of it, because it is the only other kick we're playing in the deck besides our finisher. So this just being a 6 for 6 that draws you a card is also pretty sweet. And on to our kill card. So this is Recipro Burst. This card has a lot of card text. It's a 5 diff, 3 check, 3 low for 5, the 2 high block, EX3 kick stun 1. That says R, after your rival commits 1 or more foundations during this attack's enhance step, it gets +1 speed. And then enhance, discard 1 momentum. This attack gets +X damage. X equals the speed of this attack -3. So basically, we just get like 1,000,000 momentum when we pitch all of our most of our momentum. Sorry, except for 1, so we can pay the cost for the second ability. To just give it 1,000,000 speed, which also gives it 1,000,000 damage, because Ida gives this 3 speed, it itself gets 1 speed for stunning them 1, and then if you used Ida on it, he says whenever your opponent plays an enhance, they commit a foundation, which means this gets 1 speed whenever they play an enhance, basically, and then the pseudo 1 speed from your opponent committing a foundation, obviously. So yeah, I've had a lot of times where I just play this, like literally just 1 copy of this with like 3 momentum, and I just kill a 7-hander from full HP, so it's pretty sick. This last card, or this last attack in our deck, is really just like a generic good stuffs card. It's Turn to Dust. It's a 5 diff, 3 check, 4 high for 5 with a 1 mid block, EX2 Fury stun 2. Enhance, destroy one foundation, cost. Destroy one foundation committed due to this attack's stun ability. Your rival may lose 2 health to cancel this ability. This card's super strong. It also says, enhance, lose 2 health, your rival loses 2 health. Your rival may destroy one foundation to cancel this ability. So there are a lot of situations where your opponent just doesn't want to take the damage, so they'll just like let you pop 2 foundations, or like even if they lose 4 from this card, you blew up a foundation to make them lose 4 vitality, or you blew up a foundation and lost 2 health to make them lose 4 vitality, which is a pretty big swing considering it's not exactly easy to gain back life in this format. So that's quite strong. We're gonna get into the foundations next. We have 4 copies of Let's Fight Bad Guys. Say 1 diff, 5 check, 2 mid block with enhance, flip, your fury attack gets +2 speed. So this gives 2 speed to our turn to dust, to our ignition, and to our instant explosive release, which making sure any of these hit is pretty good because explosive release, when it hits, gives us 2 damage on our next one. And then obviously our first thing hitting is relevant for the explosive release. On to the next card, we play 4 Calling for Backup. Calling for Backup is a 1/5 with a 3 mid block that says enhance flip, draw 1 card. If this was not the first enhance play this enhance step, you discard a card. So this card's really strong in Ida because it says during your opponent's turn you're never going to have to discard a card because you always get the first enhance playing Ida, because that's just what his second response does. So that's really strong. It basically just makes you a 7-hander, which obviously for a spam that's really good. 4 Clever Distraction. This card is a 1 diff, 5 check, 3 mid block with enhanced flip. This high attack or low attack gets -2 speed. So this deck does need ways to defend itself outside of Ida's response while we're setting up the combo, because if we just die, obviously what's the point in trying to combo off? And that's really all that is. Kind of same with this card. This card is a Fulfilled My Duty. It's a 2 diff, 4 check, 3 high block that says enhance, destroy, end this enhance step. It's really good if you know that if your opponent is allowed to play like several enhances, you just lose. So obviously telling them, hey, no, you don't get to play all the enhances that make me lose is pretty good. Cool Student, 2/5 or 2 diff, 5 check, 2 eye block. Ally, enhance, discard 1 momentum. Your next check to play a card gets +2, and then enhance, add this card to the top of your deck. So this card's good on both offense and defense. On defense, it says you get to pitch your extra momentum you had from poking them to be able to block easier. And then it also lets you just stack your check. So like if you know that checking a 3 either ends your turn or loses you the game, you just stack this on top of your deck and say, hey, I checked a 5. 2 Irrefutable Force of Nature. This card is a 2 diff, 5 check, 3 low block. Enhance, commit CO1 rival earth, fire, or water asset or foundation. Enhance, remove CO1 rival asset or foundation. So since we're a combo deck and there are pieces of interaction that just say our combo doesn't do anything, we have to play something that interacts with those pieces of interaction, and that's what Irrefutable Force of Nature is. 3 Nervous Habit. Nervous Habit is a 2/5 with a 2 mid block that it says enhance, lose 1 health, your attack gets +1 speed, and R, destroy. After this card is committed to your rival's effect, your rival destroys 1 foundation. Playable while committed. So this is stun hate, because it puts them behind on resources, and it's also just we lose some health to give our attack speed to make sure that they get through. This card's really good with Recipro Burst. It's just like +1 damage basically, which is, you know, losing 1 health for +1 speed and +1 damage is pretty good, I'd venture to say. Um, 4 copies of Agitation. It's a 2/5 with a 3 mid block that says response commit after your Fury attack is blocked. You draw 1 card. So this card works only on our Dust to Dusts, our instant explosive releases, and our Nitro Explosion ignitions. But that's fine because if they block our Dinky 3 diff that's moving to momentum anyways, and we commit this to draw a card, that's extremely good for us. Like, actually crazy good. Because we just committed to just gain a hand size because they blocked our move that we didn't care about hitting anyways. For Heroic Lineage, this card's a 2/5 with a 3 low block that says, R commit after your rival's attack receives a damage bonus, it gets -3 speed. And then R commit after your attack receives a speed bonus, it gets +2 damage. So this card is really strong because it's just repeatable speed hate. So if your opponent buffs damage at all, which typically that's how decks win in this game, is by pumping damage or making sure that you can't block any of their stuff. So having -3 speed on a commit foundation is really good. It also randomly gives damage to our Recipro bursts when we give things speed, which is, it definitely comes up, that's for sure. Last foundation in the deck before we move on to actions. We play 4 copies of Encouragement. Encouragement is a 2/5 with a 2 mid block that says R flip after your unblocked attack resolves, discard it from the card pool. So this card is good with really any of our attacks, but it's mainly good with like Turn to Dust and Recipro Extend. And honestly, that and Recipro Burst, these are really the only cards we actually want to use this on, because most of the time we don't want to clear our own ignitions from our card pool, and Explosive Release clears itself anyways. So, but this is definitely one of the better foundations in the set, so we're going to play it because we have a symbol and we're playing under that symbol. On to the last part of the deck. We play 7 actions. We play 4 Evil Gaze. Evil Gaze is absolutely absurd in this deck. It's a 0/5 action with a 1 mid block and breaker 1 that says enhance, lose 2 health. This attack gets +2 or -2 speed. If this attack is blocked, destroy 1 rival foundation, remove this card from the game. And then Deadlock Enhance, destroy 1 rival foundation, remove this card from the game. So this card is either just the best block in our deck, or it says we +2 speed on something, and if they block it, we get a target destroy one of their things. Or if we can give something of theirs -2 speed, and if we block it, we target destroy a thing. This with Ida is either +5 or -5 speed, which is obviously very good. Yeah. Really not much else to say about this card. On to the last card in the deck. We play 3 copies of Capture Evildoers. This card's a 2/5 with a 1 mid block, breaker 1 action that says E, remove 1 rival momentum. If you did, add the top card of your deck to your momentum, remove this card from the game. And then form, discard 1 momentum, discard up to 3 cards from your card pool. So the form on this hasn't come up that much, but the enhance is absolutely absurd. There are a few characters that are playing Momentum Matters stuff, so like Uraraka, she has a bunch of attacks that go face up into her momentum that you want to be able to remove with this card. Denki plays some cards that go face up into momentum that you want to remove with this. And honestly, momentum is just good right now because there are a lot of things that have momentum costs. And obviously, fueling your own momentum while getting rid of your opponents is quite good. But yeah, that's it for the deck profile. Hope you all enjoyed watching. In post, I should be editing in all the card effects and templates so you guys can read along and know what the cards do without me explaining them. I will also post a deck list in the description. I hope you all have a wonderful time. Sayonara. What is up, Matsu Nation? Thank you for watching till the end of the video. If you enjoyed, like, comment, and subscribe. And check out all my socials and my Patreon. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and sayonara.